In the garden with a green leaf sway, see bunnies rolling up, we light it all way. Mr. Gettis got the bombs, we puffin' all night. Talking cultivation, yeah, we're feeling alright. Light it up, feel the vibe, let it be known. Garden cultivation, network, we on the scene. Rolling that green, living out the dream. Chatting about the strains, how to plan it right. Join us every week, yeah, we light up the night. Wednesday to Friday, we keep it alive. Cannabis talks, everybody's feeling high. Sharing secrets of the grow, it's a sacred art. In this cultivation game, you gotta play your part. Keep it real, keep it tight, watch the plants grow. Garden cultivation, network, we on the scene. Rolling that green, living out the dream. Chatting about the strains, how to plan it right. Join us every week, yeah, we light up the night.
Happy Wednesday.
Yes, happy Wednesday. Absolutely.
Halfway through the week.
Yes, I'm looking forward to the weekend again, as always.
Always.
As always. Yes. And on Wednesdays, what do we do, Bunny?
Wednesdays are our 1 hour interviews where we interview people from the community, whether it's a big company or just a home grower. We love to interview and get to know everybody's story. Last week, who did we have last week?
Last week was a banger. Last week, I got to sit down with the one and the only Sea Bunny Grown. I got to dive deep into her story, and we all got to know her just a little bit more. So,
Yes. If you missed that episode, you could always go back and rewatch it or head on over to Spotify under Garden Cultivation Network. This week we have a special premiere. We're going to get to know Mama's Goodies. This is someone
yes.
who I don't know very well personally myself, but I know she's a great grower. I've seen what she grows, so I'm excited to get to know her and her story a little more.
Absolutely. And we want to do this with a lot more people in the community. We would like to get to know a lot of the home growers out there because you guys are doing some absolutely amazing things out there, and we want to know all of your guys' stories. So if you know anybody that wants to come on, or you yourself want to come on, just shoot us a message on Instagram under Garden Cultivation Network, or our email at gardencultivationnetwork@gmail.com, and let us know.
Yes.
But other than that, I got nothing else. You ready to dive in?
Let's get into it.
Let's go.
Welcome. Happy Wednesday.
Yes, happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
So, for the people that don't know you in the chat, can you give yourself a brief introduction, who you are, what you do, your involvement in the cannabis world?
Yeah, my name's Alexis, also known as Mama's Goodies. I work in the cannabis industry in a commercial grow. I also grow my own homegrown. I've been growing for 7 years.
Nice.
And
That's awesome.
Nice, that's cool.
I've been working in the cannabis industry for 2.5 years, going on 3 years.
Okay, doing it like professionally, working in the cannabis industry. That's cool.
Right.
That's cool. Nice. Is it it's medical where you are, correct?
Right.
Yes. Okay.
What made you decide to take the leap from home grow to a commercial grow? Because those are two different styles of growing, correct?
Yeah.
Well, crazy you asked that. Because being like a home grow, I just posted my pictures and stuff like that as I've been growing over the years, and somebody found me on Instagram. And
wow.
Yeah, and that's how I started, and I haven't left.
That's awesome.
Wow, that's amazing.
I know.
Now, I know, so growing at home and then growing commercially. When you're growing commercially, you got to follow what somebody else is telling you to do, right? So
Oh, for
is
sure.
there any like I don't want to say arguments, but like disagreements with how you do things at home compared to how things are done in the commercial world? Like when you got to do
They're
something in
different.
in the commercial world that's completely different than the way that you would ever do something at home, are you kind of like, wait a minute, why don't we try it this way? Like, does that ever affect any of that?
Um,
Does that make sense?
I'm kind
That
of
might not make sense.
yeah, yeah. I go with how they want to grow. I don't argue. I have it in my head on what might could, maybe solve this problem, or I see something that like I'm like, I'll bring it to attention, and whatever they do with it is kind of, you know what I
Up
mean?
to
Because I'm
them,
not
yeah.
the top dog. I'm just
Right.
right
Yeah.
here. I'm just doing my
Yeah.
Yeah.
job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
I
That's
Yeah.
cool.
like that.
I've never worked in commercial before, but I do know people that have, and I know that's always been one of the main things that they've always said was like the way I do things at home is very, very, very different than the way it's done commercially. And I don't necessarily agree with doing it that way, but that's what they want. So that seems to be kind of the answer that I've gotten in the
Well,
past. So no, that's cool.
well, I
What
kind
got
of
you
do
into?
things. I do things a
Sorry, go ahead.
little. I do think it's a little different too, because of my self learning how to grow by myself, trial and error over the years, and nobody teaching me just watching like YouTube videos and reading up on how what strain grows,
Yeah,
how like I taught myself. And once I got into you know that type of growing, the commercial grow,
Yeah.
I kind of take both of them and I combine them
yeah,
Like a
and I
that's
do
mashup.
smart.
works, and it's actually
Yeah.
it's so
Helping
like
you at
some
home.
some you usually are going to grow your plant different outside. You're going to want all your foliage because you need all
Yes.
those nutrients staying right there, you know.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
absolutely. And not only that, but I mean, like the more foliage you have, I mean, it's more protection too, right? To the elements outside,
Exactly,
because like
yeah.
we were talking about
The
before,
wind, the cold.
there is no control outside. We roll with what Mother
No.
Nature tells us is about to happen, and that's
Yeah.
that. So
Going back, you had said you started growing 7 years ago. How much has changed from them? I know when like I started growing, I had HPS lights, I had like, all the old school stuff, and now I got like the newer stuff with the controllers and all that. So how was your first grow?
Right.
Was it just like throw a seed outside and see what happens, or
Like when I got weed from my like dealer, I had a bunch of seeds, and that's how like I started,
yeah,
absolutely,
bag
yeah,
seeds
So
like
like
a
I
lot
grew
of
like a
us. Yep.
lot.
yep. I
Yeah.
think that's
Yeah,
definitely
and
how
Most
so
I
of
got
us.
my start as well. That's exactly how I did it. Yep.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so when I was able to get, I used to go to this dispensary and get the clones. That's how another that I started, and it was like White Widow and AK-47, and then when I
Nice.
started working
Samples.
at the grow, yeah, when I started working at the grow, they would go to throw away plants, and I'm like, because they were in lockout, I'm like, hey, let me take them home. I'll
I'll
bring them
take
back to
him.
life.
Yeah, hell
Absolutely,
yeah.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I would have done the same thing,
Yeah,
rescuing
so
plants from
I would
the.
grow GG4 and
Nice. That's cool. That's awesome. So
yeah.
you're strictly an outdoor grower at home, correct? Is that correct?
Yes. Well, I got a
Yeah.
tent, so I'm gonna have to set that up.
Nice.
Ooh,
Nice. Nice.
It'll be
exciting.
it'll be my
That's cool.
first time.
That's
Yes and
exciting.
no. It'll be your first time at home in a tent, but I mean, you just take what
Well,
you know
right, right, right.
from working in the
I
commercial
got to get
grow.
all the
You just bring that
equipment
home
and
like you were
everything.
saying, and yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. I mean,
That's abs-
the tent, the light, an exhaust thing, and everything.
Nice.
Nice.
They're like, I
Nice.
believe
Well,
in
that's
you.
cool.
I believe in you. I'm like, thank you for
Hell
heard me.
yeah.
Yeah, go for it. Hell yeah. Hell
For
yeah.
sure.
So when you do start your indoor grow, do you think you're going to go from clone or do you think you're going to go from seed?
I'm gonna go from seed. I love going from seed. I love the whole process from seed to end. That's my thing.
Yeah.
I love it.
So,
Yeah.
speaking of
100%.
process, how does germination look for you? Like, I know some people do the cup method, some people put them in a towel, some people have the can. How does germinating look for you?
I'm still old school, so it's gonna be in a paper towel.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And I
If it
actually
works, it
put it in a
works.
jar, so it's yeah. I put it in a jar, keep it, and it stays moist. I just go check on it, pop it, let it, yeah, and it pops
Nice.
easier
Nice.
or faster. I mean,
Nice. Cool,
I
cool.
like that.
And when you're outside growing, do you are you an organic grower? Are you growing with synthetics? What kind of what's your nutrient
Nutrients.
choice?
well, I was given nutrients, and it was TCM, and that's what I have. I have Big Bloom, I have CalMag,
Okay.
stuff like that.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. What medium are you using? Like, do you use Pro
Would
Mix
love
or
I would
Cocoa
love to
or
work with Mills.
Mills? Yeah.
Oh,
We
Mills.
uh
Uh,
we got to meet we
yeah,
got to hang
I
out and
love
meet the
that
Mills
line.
team a couple years ago. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we
Really?
did. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
I
fun.
like their line. I love it. I really do. I worked. Yeah,
Yeah, I've never used their
yeah,
stuff, but the people that I do know that have used it, I've heard great things about them. And even with Bunny
yeah.
uses Green Planet, but when we met them, that's how we met the Mills team. They were with them the whole time. Green
Yeah,
Planet
Green
Nutrients
Planet.
was hanging out with
Oh
Mills
wow.
Nutrients, you know what I mean? So it was pretty neat.
Yeah,
So yeah.
that would be
And
cool.
what's your favorite strain that you've grown so far? If you can pick one.
Uh,
Yeah, because I'm sure you've grown a
yeah.
lot.
I personally love old school strains like Skunk, AK-47, the White
Yes.
Widow. I think the
Yeah.
prettiest one was probably like the White Widow.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. I
Yeah,
feel like I
yeah.
feel like a lot of people want the old stuff back.
They do.
I
This is a
want it
conversation
back.
that we've been having a lot lately, and a lot of people
Yes.
skunk. You mentioned skunk,
Is
and
number one.
everybody that talks about their favorite strains, they always bring up skunk number one, and
Yep.
white widow's usually on the list, but definitely I think people want the old school stuff back, and
Yeah, Granddaddy Perp.
yeah,
Yeah.
all the good stuff. Hell yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is do you have a certain strain that you would grow outside over something else? Something that you know is more resilient to like your weather that you guys have?
Well, I believe to be true that GG4 is probably one of the most like resilient, strong, like can handle a lot of tough conditions, you know? So,
Okay.
like, that was a really good strain that I grew.
Nice. I
And it
know
came from
I was
indoor
having
to outdoor.
right. I know I was having a really hard time one year with my plants outside and I reached out to the company that I got the seeds from and I said, "What is a good one to grow here?" I'm in Ontario, Canada, so I said like, "What can I grow here?" outside and they gave
Right.
me a list of stuff and white widow was one of them. They said this is probably by far the best of what we have that'll work for you. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's what I did. I ended up growing a lot of
That's
white widow
cool.
outside because that was one that they told me was
Yes.
really good for outside for our shitty climates that we have. So
So
Right.
being
yes.
outdoor as well, have you, I know you're also a commercial grower. I'm sure you've came across a lot of pest problems. How do you handle pest
Um,
problems?
well, last year was probably the worst infestation that I've ever had on my plants, and and I know now because um I just got a divorce and I had left all my tables and stuff that I built at my other house, and I usually have my plants off the ground outdoors. Like I built tables and
Right.
everything for them. And so I think it plays a role having them off the ground. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
It
doing
helps,
regular
yeah.
spray around your yard regularly, and
Yeah.
then you do, your spray for your plants to keep all the
Yeah.
aphids and spider mites and any.
Yeah. Pest
Nice.
management
Yeah.
ahead of the game is always good. I learned
Yeah,
that the hard way.
yeah, you do it before.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have
Absolutely.
to. Yeah.
Well, I think that's why we do that. You know what I mean? We at one point in time we didn't do that, and that's how we learned the hard way. So
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, yeah,
At one
right.
point in time we didn't. There was no preventative. That comes with experience.
you
That
know
comes with mistakes. That comes with all of that.
Yep.
yeah, so when I first started growing, I put them in the ground. Oh, I think it might have been the second year. I'm not really sure, but I put them all in the ground, and I realized the control that you have over your plant in a pot versus the ground.
The ground.
It's a
Oh,
game
yes.
changer.
Yeah.
you know,
Oh,
Absolutely.
yes. Hmm.
Absolutely. I know everybody used to ask me, like,
you can.
they always used to ask, why the hell aren't you putting your plants in the ground? You know how much bigger they'll get? Yeah, but what if I need to move it? Then I got to dig
Yeah,
it up. And then it's this monster
right.
tree that I got to try to move, right? So if it's in a pot and
Yep.
all of a sudden somebody that you don't want there is there, you can quickly get it out of the way or you can
Yeah,
turn it or whatever,
right.
You get a bad storm come through, you can move
Yeah,
it under shelter or something.
exactly. That's
It makes sense
exactly
to
what
me.
I do. That's
Yep.
exactly what I've done over these
Yeah. Now,
years.
if I
Hmm.
had
Yep.
property or something like that and I had a place that I didn't matter, then maybe I would try it in the ground, just to see what it did.
Right.
But
Even then, though, even then, because the sun does eventually move, and you do want to be able to move your plants with the
yeah,
sun, and you can't, like you said, you can't do that when you're in the ground. And
yeah,
Right.
being from where we are, our seasons change quick. So you
yeah,
want to be able to get those in
Yeah.
a garage or, like you said, underneath a tarp or whatever, as fast as you can.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, you guys get some
Right. Yep.
crazy heat and humidity swings there too, don't you? Like you guys get way hot there. Because I remember,
Oh, yeah. Are you talking? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, like you guys get up in like the 115 range in the
Oh
summertime.
goodness, no.
Um, it gets really humid. I mean, it
Yeah,
gets hot like 110, maybe sometimes 105, but I mean, it's like also 100% humidity at the same time.
yeah. We don't get quite as
So,
hot as that, but our humidity is basically the same. Like it's 100% humidity, but it's not quite. It might be like 90 for us, but
So do you
100%
yeah, I
humidity.
deal
think like
with a lot of bud rot in that case? If humidity is so hot and it's so high, and do you deal with a lot of
I
bud rot?
did actually I did have one plant that got bud rot, and I didn't know what it was. The trial and error. I'm
Oh,
like, what
yeah,
is
yeah,
this?
for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah. It's wild when you see it for your first time and you're like, "What did
yeah,
I do?"
Yeah.
yes,
Um,
exactly. Where did I fuck up?
What did I do?
from what I understand, like caterpillars are a big, big, big
Yep,
culprit to that. They get up
yep,
inside the bud, and next thing you
yep.
know,
They're
it's
little
kind of
tiny, tiny, tiny little guys.
yeah, yeah. I don't even
Yep,
know if they're actually caterpillars or not, but they're some kind of like a little worm. Looks like
yep,
a caterpillar.
It does,
Yeah,
like a
and
mini
they get
caterpillar.
inside. Yeah, they get
Those little
inside there, and
green,
then all of a sudden
warm
it just
looking
starts to
things.
rot from the inside out. But I know that there's actual
Yep.
like botrytis, which is bud rot, right? So that
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
get that a lot. We suffer from that every single year. It's brutal,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that
absolutely
sucks.
brutal. Do you guys get a lot of rain in the fall, like
Mm,
just before harvest time?
Oklahoma, the weather will change in like 5 minutes. Like they
Right.
said this was gonna happen like a day ago, the snow and stuff, and it just the
Yeah.
kids got
Yeah.
their school canceled for nothing.
Right.
They must have been happy. I know mine would
Yeah,
have.
they were.
What actually got you into cannabis? Like, what got you into smoking cannabis originally when you first started? I don't know if it was when you were 12 or 15 or whenever that was. What got you into it?
Ganix was
That
12,
actually,
so you're
I,
good.
I was 12 as well.
See,
Oh,
it's
geez,
not
there
just
you
me.
go.
It's not just me.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was 12. I was like in seventh grade, and I remember rolling my first joint with those like the bubble gum wrappers where you can like tear it apart, and it was like the paper on the outside you could roll.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's hilarious. So what was it like? Was it like one of your friends had it or something like that, and they were like, "Hey, let's go do this," or did you have like an
Yeah,
older sibling or something like that?
yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I had an older sibling that did that too, but it was my friends and stuff. We were just like a little stoner uh group.
Yeah. Nice.
And
That's
it's so
cool.
weird because, like
Yeah.
I was saying earlier, I have a 12-year-old now, and I cannot imagine him smoking. Like,
No.
Right.
No. No.
Yeah, I couldn't even
No.
pretend like I could imagine it. Like he's sitting in there playing video games right now, and
Yeah.
we're very different. When I was 12, I was not at home playing video games. Right now, I was out causing shit, getting in all
yeah.
kinds of trouble. Where he's here chilling, I know exactly where he is. It's so weird. Very, very
Yeah.
different times now. Yeah.
Yeah, it
So,
is. It is.
with you being a mother and a home grower, how does that look? Like, do your kids know about that, or do you keep that like, I don't want to say a secret, but
Nope.
like, no,
No, yeah, I
beautiful.
let them know that it is medicine and it does help
Yep.
everything for me cuz
Hmm.
Yeah.
uh I mean, I went through a lot of mental health stuff, and that's kind of like where I want to direct my business and my grow towards is growing the strains that that are directed towards the mental health, the strains that will help anxiety, the strains that will help depression or things like that.
Yeah.
That's kind of and yeah,
Absolutely.
but
Yeah.
they
I think it's
they
I think it's very
very
important that
aware of it.
yeah, I think
Hmm.
that's super, super important. Um, like we talked about this with another guest a couple weeks ago. Um, um, how when we were young, we had friends' parents that were making wine or beer at their house. You know, we grow cannabis.
Yeah.
It's really honestly no different. It's
Yeah.
the same thing, and
Yeah.
nowadays
And I
with
think
it
it's
being legal
important.
everywhere.
Yeah, and I've said this before, and I think it's important. Like, my son has helped me in the garden. He hasn't helped with the actual plant, but
Yeah.
I've taught him, how to pH your water, which he needs to know to grow vegetable and his own food, what
Yeah.
nutrients are, how to feed a plant, the whole germination.
Yep.
Everybody should know how to germinate a seed. It doesn't matter what kind of seed. So I think
Yeah,
it's very important for them to be aware.
100%. Yeah, most
Yeah.
definitely.
100%. And that's exactly my kids watched it too. Watched me make the
Yeah,
nutrients in my little 7-gallon bucket and everything. Yeah, they're like, "What are you
yeah,
doing, mommy?" I
exactly.
said, "I'm making nutrients. Check the pH, everything." Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. I think we should all involve our kids in this, even if we just give them a little like a bean plant to grow along with us. You know what I mean? I think it's
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
think all kids should be involved in that, definitely. Even if they're not interested in it, I think later on in life they would really appreciate that.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
we have
Yeah.
we talk to so many people that we say, like, how did you get started in growing? Well, I used to grow with my grandma, or I used to grow with my mom, or my grandpa had this big field.
Right.
They always look back and they remember it was with my grandmother, or somebody
Mhm.
important, a mom or a dad or
Right.
whatever, and they remember that stuff. So they might hate their life now doing that. They might think it's more of like a chore now, but later on it always comes back,
Right.
for
Right.
sure.
I think I took the chance to start growing cannabis because I did garden. I grew rose bushes and every different type of flower and like made my whole front yard. I'm like, if I could grow this badass shit right here, let's try the cannabis.
Oh yeah.
Hell
So
yeah, of course.
yeah,
Yeah, you're growing
I'm like,
plants
I
they
got a
don't
green
call.
thumb.
Well,
Mhm.
you're growing plants that they don't call a weed, right? Like our plants are weeds. Like
Literally.
realistically, we
Yeah.
could put a cannabis seed in the ground and it'll grow. It'll do its own thing.
Yes.
But then we
Yeah,
come along and we add nutrients and food and we do all that stuff. But yeah,
yeah,
if you can grow roses and different types of flowers and all that stuff, I mean, for sure. You started backwards. I think a lot of
yeah.
us, anyways, in the community started with growing cannabis, and then got into, it was like the gateway into gardening. Now all of
That
us
was
grow
for me.
vegetables and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I did garden a little bit before. Like we used to have vegetable gardens and stuff like that, but it wasn't really me taking care of it. It was somebody else. And then once I got into the cannabis
right,
thing and learned that I actually enjoy growing plants, I don't really care what they are. As long as they're plants, then they're green and they grow and
right. Yeah,
they do their thing. So yeah, it was the gateway into gardening for me, for sure.
So going back to the plant, you said you're a commercial grow. Are you there through the whole process, or do you have like a specific job? Like, are you just take care of them in veg, or do you see them from seed to like trimming
uh,
and curing and
I'm part of a team, and there are two head growers there, and so
okay,
I just do my tasks that they have me do, and it's like either doing skirting, defoliation, I trim for a week, or if we get done, I go downstairs and we get to be with the plants.
yeah. So that was
Yeah,
what I was getting to.
but the
When it comes to trimming, is it the same? Do you trim the same way at home, or is in the commercial like? Do they have bigger machines that they trim, and do you trim at home, or do you use like scissors? Do you use what do you call those trim
I
bags?
actually I learned everything from indoor grow because before the grow that I work for right now, I did everything. Everything, made our own clones, 2000 clones. I just had like a memory pop up on Facebook and it was like just planted
Nice.
2000 clones. And then like
Damn.
showed all the whole rotation of our shop and there was only 3 or 4 of us running this whole facility. So,
Right.
I learned everything at that grow. And so this grow, I'm just like kind of ahead on what I already know. So I just do my
Yeah.
task and I love it. I love the people I work with and yeah, they're good.
Nice. That definitely
Uh,
makes a
I'm
difference.
I'm very grateful to be yeah. I'm
Yeah.
grateful to be in this industry.
For
Nice.
sure.
I've never worked in the cannabis industry. I kind of want to, just to say I did it. Whether I stick with it or not, I
Yeah.
think the experience would be really cool.
It would be cool to
Oh,
just
for
visit,
sure.
I
And you
think.
would learn so much.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a
I know.
lot. There's a lot to do other than just taking care of plants. You got to take care of the environment as well. Vacuum tables and room checks and water checks and make sure the
Yep.
lines are running smooth. And There's just a lot more than just the plant life. It's making sure
For
the
sure.
Yeah.
conditions around the plant are good.
Yeah,
Yep.
I tell people all the time the most important thing about your grow is how clean it is. If you don't have a clean
Yeah,
grow, you're going to run into all types of problems. So yeah, I think the
yeah,
sterilization and the cleaning that comes along with it is a huge part of it. And I think working in a commercial grow like that, I think they would kind of drive that into your head, like because they have a much faster
yeah.
turnover rate, I think, than what we do at home, right?
Right,
Um,
right.
so when you're doing those cleanings, every time you start over, you're probably in there cleaning it. So it's like driven into your head probably, right?
Yep. Yeah.
It's
Yep.
good though. That's good though. Cause now
Yep.
It's important.
when you bring that home with you, when you go to do your own indoor grow, now you know, clean,
Exactly.
sanitize. Yep.
Plant.
Yep.
100%. Do you guys
Exactly.
have you guys switched over to like LED lights there yet? Or are you guys still using like
Yeah.
the big bulbs? Yeah.
Oh no, the girl that I work for right now, they're right on task.
Yeah.
There is, yeah. They're pretty
We got the
big.
nice
They're
sleds.
pretty big.
Yeah.
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 Nice. Yeah, I never know. Like you see some of these places and they're still using some of the old school technology, but that's what works best for them. So I mean, I'm always
I
curious.
Yep.
will. I think a lot has to do with money and like to me, if when I own my own business, I'm gonna have money aside to reinvest in my grow to make it better and better.
For sure.
Yield will be better and better and better. And a lot
Yep.
Yeah.
I've talked to and know they don't reinvest in their equipment. You know what I mean? They need to upgrade, upgrade, upgrade.
Yeah.
And
Everything changes so fast nowadays. Like they come out with a light today and tomorrow they already have a new one. It's just
Yeah.
like, oh my god! Like you literally could just like once you got your whole facility switched over, you could literally start buying new stuff all over again to upgrade it
right,
already because
right.
it's so fast nowadays. Like these companies are just putting out so much stuff. It's unbelievable. I want to know who's buying it all. Like it's crazy. Who's got money for all that? Not I.
I
I
know,
was saying,
right?
I mean,
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, right. No.
Um, so that's your end goal. I kind of picked up in that last thing that you were saying. When I own my own business, you're
Yes.
going to do all this. So that's your end. That's the end goal. There is eventually you want to work your way up to having your own facility. I imagine it's
Yes.
you want to continue on with
It's
the commercial growing, but on your own.
yeah.
yep. Yep.
Nice,
Exactly. I
That's
do.
awesome.
And Mama's Goodies Farms.
nice.
Love it.
That's all. Now, being in Oklahoma, what kind of hoops do you have to jump through in order to make that happen? Like, I know here, like, there's all
Um.
kinds of shit that I would, if I wanted to start my own commercial grow. I mean, I pretty much got to give them my firstborn child and give them the history of every minute of every day I've done for the last 43 years. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
like, there,
Yeah. It's pretty much the same here. There's going
yeah,
to be a lot of hoops and stuff like that, but they've also closed down a shit ton of grows that didn't file their things and get the
Yeah.
fire marshal's approval and stuff like that, like,
right,
so a lot of them shut down, so that kind of actually gives me more of an opportunity, because
Yep.
I a lot of these grows came from out of state and came here when it became legal to run their
right,
business.
gotcha,
So yeah. And I've been a resident here for over 20 years. So I think I'm going to have more of an upper hand.
right.
Yeah.
Instead of just coming from somewhere else, and yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that definitely makes sense.
Right.
No, that's cool. Now, like, do you guys have dispensaries and stuff there, or is it all medical there?
No, it's we have dispensaries, and but oh, they changed the rules, the laws and stuff like that a lot. We used to go into a dispensary and like look on the shelf and see what one we got to smell it. They got, you know what I mean,
Hmm.
like look at it. But now they
Yeah.
changed it to pre-packaging, so that's a whole other, like, I want to open it up, I want to smell it. you
Yep.
know
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's what it's like here.
yeah.
There's no opening it. Like
They
we get to
used
look
to be, but
at,
not anymore.
yeah, like
yeah,
we can look at it on like a tablet screen or like a computer screen or whatever, and so you get to see the picture of it, and they all look
But
beautiful.
that's it.
And then you get this
right,
prepackaged weed that you didn't get to see and you didn't get to smell it, and then you get it home and you open it up and it looks nothing like the picture. It doesn't smell like
right.
you thought it would. You know what I mean? It was just like you're almost disappointed.
Yeah,
Where if you could
a
just
little
smell it before you
disappointed.
left.
That's why,
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
Now we
That's why I
have
love growing
the
my own, because I know what I'm gonna get.
exactly.
exactly. That's why
Exactly.
most of us grow our own.
Right. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know like here we have the reservations that we can go to, and like there's dispensaries lining the streets there. And there you can actually look at it. There you can actually
Oh
smell
well.
it because they're not government run. They're run by their own people, you know. They're
Yeah,
there's no government telling them what to do. So they do what they
Oh
want,
wow.
and we get to go in there and we get to look and smell and ask questions. And I feel like we get told more from those guys than what we would in like a
the
government dispensary.
dispensaries.
Like
Yeah,
they don't know
Right.
anything in the government dispensaries here. You go in and ask a question, they don't have any idea what you're speaking a completely different language to them. They don't have a clue. So
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. So I honestly like if I'm
Yeah.
going to a dispensary, I would much rather go to the reserve and get it there because
Yeah.
to me, you're getting um, better customer service. I think, which goes a long
yeah,
way
for sure.
Right.
for sure,
Yep.
for
Yeah.
sure. But yeah.
I
So
believe it to be. Yeah.
when it comes to starting your own business, is this like something that you're working towards like over the next year, or is this like 5 years, 10 years down the road kind of thing?
I'm gonna give myself some time. Probably I'm in my 5 year plan. You know,
Nice.
just start with my grow. I kind of have like a plan, and fingers crossed it all works out. But I believe it will.
Nice. Yeah. No, I
And
think
you
it will.
got, I just got to say, you got the best attitude. Instead of if I get it, it's when I get it, which is
Yeah.
great because they say like if you believe in it, they say manifestation is a powerful thing. So keep doing that for sure.
Well, that's how I noticed it because it wasn't
Thank
if I
you.
start my own
I believe
business. It was when you said when I start my own business. So like I picked up on
Yes.
that when you said that for sure. That's
Thank
cool.
you. Yeah, it is my dream. It is definitely my dream. And, it actually started at the same time my woodworking. And I told a few people, I'm like, one of these are going to be my money makers.
Yeah.
So, and it just
Woodworking. Can we
happened.
hear a bit more about that?
I actually am self-taught woodworker. One of my
Nice.
things that I'm really proud of that I made was a 2-story clubhouse for my kids. Um,
Nice.
Nice.
Made out of reclaimed wood. I would take apart pallets, and like I'm all self-taught. Like
Love that.
I just would sell my woodwork on Facebook Marketplace.
Nice.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
Yep.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
Yep.
I've seen some pretty cool shit made from pallets. Like I got hooked into watching YouTube videos about this one time, and like some of the stuff these people were making, like they were making like
It's amazing.
they did like all their patio furniture and stuff like that, and it looks better, way
Yeah.
better than anything you
Yep.
can buy in a store. I was watching these videos and I didn't
Yes.
even realize it, but like 3-4 hours had gone by, and I'm just like, zoned into this. It's crazy.
Right. I made a
But I mean,
herringbone design kitchen table and bench seat
nice.
out of pallet
Nice.
pieces.
Yeah, so it's like
That's
Yeah, I'll have to
awesome.
send you
all on the
guys.
angle. Like
Hmm.
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
cool. We did a whole shower like that with the herringbone tiles,
Oh
and
yeah.
they were just little tiny tiles.
That's
It took
cool.
hours, hours. I hated it.
Yep.
Absolutely hated doing it,
I
but
bet it did.
it also wasn't for me either. So, but but yeah. So what other kinds of stuff do you? What other kinds of stuff do you make? I noticed that you were. I want to say it was a few months ago, but you renovated your whole house.
Oh no, actually, so I had quit the other grow that I was working at and ran into, struggles for a second, and I'm gonna do whatever I can to make this
Sure.
happen for my kids and myself. So
Yep.
I
Yep.
was working for my landlord,
Okay.
and
Oh.
yeah, he was pretty impressed that I knew how to do all that too.
Yeah. No, that's cool. It's good to know that stuff because,
Awesome.
like,
It is.
to hire people to do shit like that,
It's
it costs
expensive.
it costs more for the labor than it does for the materials nowadays. So
Yeah.
you're doubling the cost of
Right.
everything by hiring somebody, and I'm the guy that people hire. So I'm saying, like, learn to do it on your own and don't hire me. Like, you know what I mean? You save a shitload of money.
Right.
No, it's good to know that stuff because, like, if anything happens, you know what I mean. Anything happens to something breaks, you know how to fix it. If you have the tools to
Yep.
do it, it's good to know.
It's the same
Absolutely.
with a vehicle. I can work on my vehicle too. I've had to
Yep.
change out the alternator all by myself. But
Nice.
my
I've
dad
never
taught
even
me
done
that when I
that.
was a kid.
Oh, it's fun.
Nice. See, see, this stuff that you probably hated it when you were a kid. I imagine now you look back at that and you're like, I know how to do this
No,
because
I
my dad
loved
taught
it.
me how to do this. Okay.
That's right. I know I
I
was
Nice.
6 months
actually loved it.
underneath the
I had
vehicle
three.
with my dad, and that's how I learned too. So it is definitely a skill
Yeah,
you want to have.
Yeah, for sure.
right.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, but Bunny, you do all kinds of stuff like that though. You don't just do you work on cars and snowmobiles and all kinds of crazy stuff. So I mean,
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty
Hell
cool.
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I only
So
do
do
it
you
when I
have
have to.
well, yeah. Yeah, me too. When you
What
start
did
your indoor grow, do you have like a certain strain that you've been wanting to grow forever that you're like that's the one I'm starting with on my new indoor grow?
Well, so with the tent and everything that I got, he gave me like a bunch of seeds to choose from. Like I got Kush, I got Purple Haze, GG4,
Nice.
Nice.
Acapulco Gold,
Ooh,
and
nice.
then
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. Talking
yeah,
about them old
and then my
school
other
strains.
friend, right? That's what he
Nice.
let me go through all his little seeds,
Yeah, that's
and
awesome.
then my other friend gave me all these seeds.
Nice.
Or
Oh
Now, are
yeah.
those all
uh,
regulars or are they feminized seeds or
no, they're not feminized.
still just regs?
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice. What do you have a
but I
preference?
think
Like do
that's
you
kind of fun too.
prefer yeah, most definitely is. Do you have a preference on what you like to do like do you prefer feminized seeds or do you prefer um regular seeds?
um, it's easier with feminized. You don't got to worry about it, or you don't got to wait. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can spot a male real
A
quick.
male.
I get yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So like I
Yeah.
don't wait till it's grown almost before no. Here they
Yeah.
change fast. Everybody's like, how? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if it's because I bring them from indoor to outdoor, or I don't know.
Hmm. I
Hmm.
was just gonna ask, like, if you had like a certain tip or a trick that you do. Like, I know sometimes people will take clones off of it and then they'll just flip that light rate to 1212 and then they'll see what the clones do. They'll change as a clone. Or um some people will leave them in smaller pots and they'll show sooner. Like, do you
Yeah.
have
Yep.
like a certain thing that you do that does that, or
It No, I that's why I'm thinking it could just be like from me growing them inside and then taking them out when it gets warm and that's like they're stressed. They're like, "Oh shit."
Switch.
You know what I mean?
right?
And
Yeah.
that could make them do that.
Yeah. Now, when you do go outside, when do you guys start? Like, when does your planting start there? Because like ours is the end of May. Like, do you guys do before that, or are you basically the same?
I do it before, but a lot of people do wait till May because it's like for sure hot enough. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I last year I had two harvests. I came out with two harvests last year because I started early and
Nice.
so
Yeah.
that's what I'm kind of trying to. That's my little thing that I'm working on. Like truly, how many harvests can I get outdoor? Like a year?
Right. So are you growing auto
That's
flowers
awesome.
outside then? Like, were you growing
No.
autos out there? Wow.
Uh.
Photos.
Right. I
Huh.
know. That I'm working on
Crazy.
this. I don't got my facts yet. I'm just trying. This is my trial and error.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome,
That's
though.
cool. That's cool.
Interesting.
Yeah. The reason why I was asking is because here usually it's warm enough that we can go out before the end of May, but our sunlight's not right.
Right.
You know what I
It's
mean? Like,
long
we
as
don't
well.
have enough. Yeah, like we put them out
Mm.
before that, and our plants will just go into flower,
Yeah.
and then
That's yeah.
2 weeks
Exactly.
later they'll re-veg, and then they'll have to go back through all that again.
Yeah.
So I wasn't
Yep.
sure if you.
Yeah. I had one of my plants do that last year actually, but then I had the other ones out enough early enough that they completed their flower, but that one went back into and then yeah.
Gotcha. Yep, trial and error, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
What is the craziest mistake that you've ever made? We were just talking about a
Sure.
mistake that I made the other day. We were talking about it last night on the show, and yeah. And then everybody in the chat started going through talking about, well, that's not that big of a deal. Look at my mistake. I did this and this, and then it was like a whole conversation. So I'm just
Right.
Yeah,
curious.
Right,
Ganix
right,
had
right.
left his lights on way too high. So his plants were
Instead of
not happy.
Oh
changing,
shit.
so my plants, when I harvested my plants, my light was at 75% of, like 75% strength, right? And then when I
Right.
transplanted my new plants and I put them into that same tent, I never
Oh
changed.
yeah.
I haven't been using the app on my phone for very long. It's only been like a month or two, not even two, probably like a month. So I totally didn't even I spaced on it. I'm looking at the dial on my light and it says it's only at like 20% or something like that. So I'm not thinking anything of it. Then I went and looked in the app and realized that my light was actually at 75% strength and not what the dial on the light says. And my plants
Oh
were
no.
suffering and I couldn't figure out what the hell I was doing wrong until I saw that and I went, oh, such a dumb mistake. But like
Oh
I
man.
feel like it's an easy mistake to make if you're not paying attention, right? So
Yeah, for
what's
sure.
the craziest thing
Yeah.
that that,
I
that
think
you've ever done?
nutrients
Like
too.
something nutrients, yep. I've done the nutrient thing
Yeah.
too.
Like learning how to use different nutrients,
Yeah, for sure.
the ML,
Yeah.
the ratio.
Oh yeah. Learning about
That's
the
why
whole
I like
NPK
when I
thing.
started working the yeah. What?
Learning about the whole NPK ratio and what those numbers actually mean, like your
Oh,
nitrogen
right,
and
right,
your
right, right.
phosphorus and
Yeah.
potassium and all that. Like when I
Yeah.
started, I had no idea what any of that meant. I had no clue,
Yeah,
you know.
no, no, no.
So
No,
Yeah,
I learned a
one
lot from
mistake.
working in the grow,
Yeah.
like how
Yeah,
ppm as well. You know how hard you're gonna push your plants
yep,
at what stage, what week. You know.
yep, absolutely. That is something that I never paid attention to until the last my last grow. Just started paying attention to the
Oh yeah.
ppm, and it makes such a difference. It's not
Yeah.
even funny how much
It
of a
does.
difference it actually makes when you go off of that number instead of just reading the bottle and going, "This is how much I need." You know what I mean? And
Right.
when I
Mm.
actually
Yeah.
measured what the bottle was telling me, those numbers are so far off, it's not even funny. Like they would be those my ppm was just skyrocketed. It was through the roof following the bottle. And then when I stopped following
Yeah.
the bottle and going off of a ppm chart and finding out where I should actually be, my plants are thanking me
Right.
every day for that. It's crazy.
Thriving. Right.
Yeah,
Right. I
exactly.
yeah.
And VPD is another one. VPD is another one. Is that something that you guys follow in the commercial space? Like, do you guys follow the PPM or the
Oh,
PPFD or anything like that with the lights and environment and all that?
oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, they do. And like you use CO2 at the end as well
Yeah,
so they can
Yeah.
breathe.
yeah,
So we've
absolutely.
gone through almost every step. When it comes to harvest, how do you cure? Do you use jars? Do you use bags, big totes? What's your curing method?
I use jars after it dries, and
Yeah.
if it's still wet, I might put it in a paper bag for like not even 12 hours maybe, and then I'll start putting it in
Yeah.
jars.
Old school. You are
Yeah.
old school. You are
That's how we
definitely
do
doing it.
our for outdoor. That's how we do it too, in the bag or a cardboard box, and then in the
Yep.
jars. Or
Yeah.
now I have grove bags, so I do a little bit of both when it comes to outdoor. I use the bags and
Yeah.
the jars.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Most
bags are
definitely.
good.
Hmm.
But that's something like you don't really see that a whole lot anymore. When you do see that, usually it's like one of the old school like legacy grower kind of thing, like but the guerrilla guys, that were doing things back in the 90s or in the 80s.
Yeah.
Those are the guys,
Exactly.
the
I
people
want
that
to
you
keep it
see
old
using
school.
paper bags and chip
Yeah,
bags and doing all that stuff. So I
I
mean,
I
want to
like
bring
that.
it
it was
back.
a it was a tried true method, right? Like they did it for years and
Right.
years and years before they came out with all this new technology for us. So I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
they did it. They're
Yep.
still doing it. Like Dr. Leave Me Alone. Look at him. He was showing
Yep.
us this man has boxes of paper bags that he saves
Oh my gosh.
specifically
Correct.
for his outdoor harvest when he cures. So I mean,
Yeah.
so yeah, no, I've
Yeah.
Yep.
never done it that way. I've done the cardboard box, but I've never done the paper bag method. So
Hmm.
Yeah.
so I'm only half
And
old school. But
the drying process is super important. Like when you're hanging your plants too, you have to make sure that there's enough airflow, not directly on it,
yeah,
just around it, so it
yeah,
circulates. And so that's when your curing will come in good too.
yeah,
That's a great tip.
yeah. I ruined a whole outdoor grow because I didn't have airflow.
Yeah.
Bud rot.
I hung it up. I came back a couple days later. I'm checking the thermometers and all that. Everything looked okay, but who knows that they're cheap little Amazon things, right? They're probably junk
Yeah.
to begin
Yeah.
with. They probably don't work properly, anyways. But I opened that tent up a couple days later, and everything was just molded over. I was
Yep.
devastated. It was like a whole summer gone. Fuck.
I
But
know. It is sad.
it is like I was legitimately devastated. I was like, what? the hell? Like all my nutrients that I used wasted, all the soil wasted,
Yeah.
all my
Yep.
time wasted. I was like, man, not to mention the genetics, like
Yes.
the plants themselves wasted.
Right.
I mean, I
Yep.
definitely learned something from that mistake, but it was a hard lesson to learn. Definitely the hard
Yeah.
way. So, yeah. When you guys are doing this at at your facility, do you guys have like a certain dry room that's already kind of set
Yes.
with the perimeters with temperature and humidity and all that?
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. They have a whole
Yeah,
designated. Yep.
nice. Yeah, I wasn't sure if they
Mm.
like cut and hang in the same room or like how that works, but I imagine when they cut, they're trying to turn that room over as quickly as
Oh
possible too.
yeah.
They're probably trying to get the next grow in there today if they can.
Yeah. Well, we harvest every 2 weeks, and we it takes about 3 days to get that room reset up, and then the
Right,
clones, the rotation to be started.
Yeah.
right.
Crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. Every 2 weeks. That's a lot of trimming. That is a lot of
Yeah.
trimming.
And is that
Yep.
all by hand, the trimming? Like, do you guys do it by
Uh.
hand or?
Oh yeah. The all the
Oh,
like the
geez.
Really?
bigs, like we don't trim anything smaller than a dime. So that
Gotcha.
goes into a
Okay.
machine. But anything else
Gotcha.
that we trim. Yeah.
This is by hand.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
That is
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
old school.
Well, I've always heard in the like the facilities around here, they're always using machines and like you can almost tell that when you look at the weed.
Yeah, it's tore
Hmm.
up,
Now,
right?
a good
Yeah.
hand trim always looks way better than a machine will ever do.
Hand trim all day.
I don't care what machine you have, you know,
Well,
Yep.
your
I
machine
would definitely
taking off
use
all your trichomes.
for sure. And I would definitely
You know
use
what
a
I
machine at home because I absolutely hate trimming. But if I'm buying my weed, I want it to look like
mean?
the price. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, that's awesome. That's crazy that you guys hand trim all that.
Yeah. We have a trim team that comes
Absolutely.
in and everything too, but there's a few. Yeah. We have about
Wow.
16, 17 people that work there full time,
Nice.
maybe
That's a
15.
pretty good size. It's a pretty good
Yeah.
sized team there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is cool. So we are pretty much at the end of the hour. That's
Yes. It
crazy.
flew by.
It did fly
No,
by.
it did actually. Thank
See,
you
that
for
So
wasn't
for
having
so
me.
bad.
those, oh, anytime. For those who would like to find you, where can you be found? So like
On
Instagram,
Instagram, Mama's
Facebook.
Goodies Free, and
Nice,
Facebook,
nice.
I'm Alexis Lennon.
Nice.
Cool, cool.
Do you have a YouTube channel or just Facebook and
Uh,
Instagram?
I do have a YouTube channel. I think it is Mama's Goodies or Alexis Lennon, the same, but it doesn't have
Okay.
any cannabis. It has my woodwork on it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's cool. People might want to see
So if
that
you
too.
want to
Yeah, I
see
made it.
her, yeah,
We definitely
exactly.
appreciate you coming on, and anytime you want to come show your new indoor setup when you get it going, you're more than welcome to pop in on a Friday. We do the show your grow, so you can come in and
Oh yeah.
we bring everybody up for 5, 10, 15 minutes, and they can give us a tour of what they're doing and show us their plants. And so you're more than welcome to come drop in on a Friday night and hang out. And yeah, other than that, we appreciate you stopping in.
Yes, thank you
Thank
so much.
you.
What a great episode. You could
It
definitely
was.
tell that she was a little nervous, but we've
Yeah.
all been there. I know I still get nervous doing interviews, so I totally understand that.
I get nervous to do our own show. I'm nervous every week, twice a week, Wednesday and Friday, every single
Yes.
week. So I get it. I absolutely get
It's
it.
cool to hear a little bit from the commercial side because we do get a lot of home growers. So that was
Hmm.
really cool too. Um, there's still a lot about her story that we didn't have time to get into, but if you would like to know more or just see what she's got growing on, definitely check out her IG or her Facebook posted in the links below. And
Yes, everything will be posted.
yes, next week, who do we have?
Next week, for all you organic heads out there, we have Mr. Tad Hussey from Kiss Organics coming on, and we're going to dive
Mhm.
as deep as we possibly can into the organic world with Mr. Tad Hussey. It's going to be
So
fantastic. I'm excited.
yes. So definitely stay tuned for that. And until then, we will see you on Friday where it is Come Show Your Grow.
Yes. So that means you come show your grow. We'll catch you on the flip side.
You.
Peace.